Hey Kira, have you ever accidentally found out a big secret because of a call or text?
I think I have actually, and it's quite juicy.
Ooh, tell me more.
So about a year ago, I received a text from an acquaintance, and I think he was inviting someone on a date.
Ooh, but how did you know?
Well, because it said, hey, and then a lady's name.
Mm-hmm.
How about we meet here for coffee at 11? I mean, I'm putting the emphasis on it. It could have been a work meeting or something, but I was like, ooh. He has a date. So yeah, definitely not meant for me because it was not my name.
Mm.
And then the best thing was the reason actually I think that it was a date is because I just sent back, hi, friend, wrong number. And then he was like, oops, pocket text.
No.
Christine, that was not a pocket text.
No.
Like, your butt cannot write a fully formed message with a Google Maps link.
No.
So I think it was just his embarrassment talking, and then we never spoke about it after that.
No, I just don't mention it anytime.
No. And then I got another minorly juicy one. Quite recently, one of my friends sent me "Good morning, babe."
Okay.
And let's just say we're not at a babe level, you know. And she did immediately delete it, so I believe that it was meant for her partner.
Aw, that's cute though.
But by all means, anyone wants to send me "Good morning, babe," I'm up for it.
Okay, I'll remember that.
How about you, Christine? Have you ever accidentally found out a big secret because of a call or text?
Well, nothing juicy like that. And by the way, it was an email.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yeah, because I think last episode I told that I went on holiday to Lesbos with my parents, and my parents when they planned the trip and decided on the destination and stuff, they didn't want to tell us.
Oh, why not?
Because they like secrets, I guess. They enjoy.
Parents like secrets. That doesn't sound good.
No,
How many other children are they hiding?
Oh God, no, no. But they just enjoyed us trying to guess where we're going and us getting it wrong.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What were some of your guesses?
Sweden, I think, and also Greece. But then they were like, no, not Greece. But they were lying.
Sneaky Schumachers.
Yeah, very sneaky. But eventually, I always thought that I could get my dad to crack. Mm-hmm. He didn't, for some miracle. But then he did make a mistake.
Oh no.
He sent an email to the airport company.
To the travel agent or something?
To the travel agent, and they literally replied to, oh, your flight to Lesbos?
Oh no. But he CC'd you all in?
No, we have a family email.
Oh.
So everyone can see it, but they used for the whole booking process, they use a different email that we cannot access. And then he did this very silly small mistake.
Well, it wasn't your dad's fault, right?
No, he did, because he sent it with the regular email.
Oh, and he didn't mean to.
Yeah, he just didn't think, I guess. But yeah, that was the mistake. But yeah, it was not very juicy, but still fun to know where
still
we're
a nice
going.
surprise, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, that is perfect, because today we are talking about accidentally calling your ex's new girlfriend, waiting for your date to phone, and being spied on. It's season 1, episode 20 of Friends.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Friends of Friends, the ultimate Friends rewatch podcast. I'm Kira Murphy.
And I'm Christine Schumacher, and we are back rewatching the entire Friends series.
Why? Well, number 1, because it's no secret that we both love these series.
Nice.
And number 2, because we want to watch it with you.
So each week, we'll be rewatching an episode of Friends, talking about it, sharing behind-the-scenes content, and discussing anything and everything about the show that shaped an entire generation.
So before we get into it, Christine, if your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Oh, I have a very interesting one for you.
Guys, it's getting better.
Yeah.
I bet she's been holding on to this all week. Does it have an interesting title too?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Sell it to me, Christine.
The one with the sleepwalking or the ghost.
The sleepwalking or the ghost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because last week, I think it was Wednesday, I work at home on Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. And I got up in the morning, and then I found my work laptop in the hallway on the floor. And it was just laying there, just randomly. And I was like, I didn't put it there.
Huh.
And I'm like,
When did you last use it?
The day before. But at the office. So it was in my backpack in the kitchen. But then I somehow did something during the night and put it on the floor in the hallway, or it was a ghost.
Open or closed?
Closed. It was closed. So I just probably took it out and then, or someone took it out, a ghostly figure, and put it on the floor.
You need some of those paranormal activity cameras.
Yeah, that would be so fun. But
Would
probably,
it?
most likely, I would love a ghost, to be honest.
Well, I just want to, for anyone who's maybe joining us just for this episode, Christine has previously had some quite spooky occurrences happen to her.
Yeah.
Wasn't there the TikTok man?
The TikTok man, yeah, the TikTok man.
Okay, well, he might be here, but why would he be sending you messages? Did you like open it and then it was like, Christine?
It was off, so nothing happened. Like I don't know. But it's not in my family that someone. At least once my twin sister did sleepwalk. That only happened once. So maybe.
No, I'm not following the sleepwalking. This is definitely a ghost.
Yeah,
and my theory is that he's just like a really old ghost who doesn't quite understand technology yet.
And thinks it's
I don't know, but no, my thought was he couldn't figure out how to turn it on or what it was. But, you know, the more he's probably watching us right now. So, Mr. TikTok, this is how you use a laptop. And then you want to write, "Hi, Christine, you're great."
Amazing. Yes.
Love Mr. TikTok man.
I look forward to your message, Mr. TikTok. It would be great. But what about you, Kira? If your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
I think my week would be called the one with the cat cults.
The cat cults?
Yeah.
Like a cult?
Like a sect, like a community that you probably don't want to be a part of because they get up to nefarious business.
Do I have to go or
to the cult?
No. Just leave this house immediately. No.
Well, you might want to do that because of your ghost, but definitely not because of my story. So
okay.
I will preface this by saying that last week I took part in a competition.
Oh?
And it was a PowerPoint karaoke competition.
That sounds very fun, but also very interesting.
Well,
I have no idea.
So in brief, PowerPoint karaoke is when you get a completely random set of slides and a completely random topic from the audience.
Okay.
And you have to give a presentation on that topic using these totally unrelated slides.
Can you give an example?
Well, absolutely. I can give you my example.
Oh, of course.
So
yes,
at
please.
the competition, I was given the topic of cat cults, which is clearly something I know heaps about. And then I had to spend the next 8 minutes trying to explain why my random slides behind me, which had things like there was just the word jazz in giant letters. There was a slide that said "Buy my house" and a picture of a lovely cottage.
Wow.
There were some graphs in there which didn't have any legends, so they could be about anything. Also a slide that just said maths. So, and I was like, I can tell you how these all relate to cat cults. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I was up against, I think 7 other competitors.
Wow.
And everybody had some, very, very strange topics. And I'm delighted to say I won.
That's so good. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's really fun. And can you give us a tiny part of your presentation?
Well, no, I can't because it was improvised. I made it up on the spot.
Is there a video?
I think there will be.
Okay,
So
I will keep an eye out.
stay tuned. We might even be able to share a couple of clips on our Instagram.
So fun. Yes, please.
yeah. So that was my week.
Well, I don't have slides, but are you ready for this next episode?
Well, just for you, Christine, absolutely.
Yay.
So this week we'll be discussing Season 1, Episode 20, the one with the Evil Orthodontist. Originally aired on April 6, 1995, this episode was written by Dottie Abrams and directed by Peter Bonerz.
And in addition to our regular cast, we have Jennifer Grey as Mindy, Mitchell Whitfield as Barry Farber, Christopher Miranda as Bobby Rush, and Lynn Clark as Danielle.
That's a lot of extra people in the episode, and we know how much Kira loves a good episode with lots of additional cast.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I'm also going to hit you with my first Friends fact of the episode.
Okay.
So the guest star Jennifer Grey, who plays Mindy, also played a character called Jeannie Bueller in the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Christine, have you seen this movie?
Nope.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
Well, anyway, our link to Friends is that Jennifer Aniston played the same character in the short-lived spin-off TV series Ferris Bueller.
But then did they meet or?
No, because it was
it's just the show.
This was 4 years after the movie.
Ah, okay. Oh, fun. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So they played the same person. How strange.
That is strange.
They do
Spooky.
look a little bit
They do have,
similar.
especially in this episode, they do have the same vibe because of course they were friends, and I do see that in the way they are dressed. I guess. Well, Mindy is a little bit overdressed here, I guess.
Well, let's not
no,
give
I'm
away too
sorry.
much, but I can tell you, however, that this episode was ranked as 7.7 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
7.7.
Yeah.
That's lower than.
That's
last?
lower than last week. I think
No.
this might be one of the lowest rated episodes of the entire season so far.
I honestly thought that this was a pretty good episode.
Well, you're apparently in the minority there, Christine.
Aw.
Aw.
Poor Mindy.
Well, let's find out why you love it so much, huh? Christine, would you be so kind as to give us a brief overview of today's episode?
Of course. So in this episode, Rachel considers getting back together with Barry. Chandler tries to play the cool with his date, and someone spies on the gang from Ugly Naked Guy's apartment building.
Ooh.
So this episode begins with the gang discussing the toughest snack out there, only to get distracted by someone spying on them with a telescope from across the street.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Christine. I was not really bothered by their conversation about the toughest snack because I was so distracted by the little DIY picnic lunch that they were having there.
Were they eating?
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
not.
it looked great. I think they had like bagels, cream cheese, carrots, freshly squeezed orange juice.
Oh, yum.
I was like, yeah, this is exactly, I've said this before, but I think it's the Monica influence, you know? I need a friend like that who you just go to their house and there's food just there.
Oh, I love that, to be honest. But I guess I was more focused on the whole Mr. Salty and Mr. Peanut discussion.
Yeah.
Who would you be?
Who would I be?
Yeah, because peanut is a peanut and salty is one of those German pretzels. That's the one.
Oh, ooh.
But the crispy ones. that you-
Well, I don't think I'd want to be either of them, but definitely the one that I would buy would be Mr. Peanut. I'm not much of a pretzel person.
I am much more of a pretzel person.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Then we can fight to the death.
Oh God, no! Please no. There's one thing I want to say is that I finally saw the cute mugs. I've been waiting for these mugs. You only see them for like a split second, but these are the very famous Friends mugs, and they are dark blue glass, kind of see-through, and then with celestial figures on them, so like stars and moons and a sun. Like very cutesy. I've always kept an eye out if I can see them somewhere, but now is the first time I saw them.
And why are they so famous?
I don't know, they're just cute.
Oh, okay. But do people talk about them in the forums, or you're just
No,
like,
I don't think so.
I love them?
I love them, and I always see them in stores. You know, like Friends merch, then those are always there.
Ah, well, you can have those, and I'll take the Venetian lamp from Central Park.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's a good deal.
And then, of course, the other half of this scene is them being spied on. And when they went over to the window, I saw some other things in the apartment. I did not see the mugs, but because we get a different angle looking through the window.
You see the back wall.
Exactly. So I wanted to point out some of my new finds in Monica and Rachel's apartment. There's a poster with a picture of a lady.
Oh, yeah,
and
that was
word.
the one next to the door, right?
Yes, I think so. And then on the back wall, I couldn't see, there were two paintings that I couldn't see because they were blocked by the characters or the window. And then one which looked like a painting of two people dancing.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so they have very eclectic style in this
A
apartment.
lot of French stuff.
That's true.
A lot of French
That's
stuff.
true. Maybe it's foreshadowing.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see.
But I was thinking in this scene, I don't feel like some of these elements would age well in the modern era. Because firstly, we have a character who's literally called Ugly Naked Guy.
Yeah, I know.
Which is one thing. And then when they notice that someone is spying on them, Chandler goes, I feel violated, and not in a good way. Chandler.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's really bad.
Well, yeah.
Luckily, it's such a loved show, so I'm not hearing...
Maybe this is the reason for the 7.9 rating.
Yeah, 7.7.
7.7.
7.7.
Oh, gosh.
It's even worse, yeah.
There's
Might
no
be.
saving it.
Oh, that's so bad.
But Christine, have you ever spied on your neighbors across the way?
I think I did.
Yeah?
But I somewhere in this house I have the binoculars of my grandpa.
Whoa.
But I never really seriously used them, but just to try them out. I when I still lived in Tilburg, I did spy, I mean, maybe for like 2 minutes on my neighbors.
Oh gosh, that was a revelation I was not expecting.
Oh, it was just for fun, just to try out.
Exactly what the character would say in this episode.
That's true. But did you ever?
Well, now that, I mean, not in the same way.
Oh.
So our bedroom window just looks across at other houses. There's like gardens between, but you can quite clearly see into the other apartments. So it's not
so
like
you don't need binoculars.
That's true. Yeah. So it's not even like you would try and look at them, but like if you're pulling up the blinds, you see what's going on.
Yeah.
And at one point, we started noticing that there was a cat in one of the windows across the way. And Christine, the best day of my life was when I realized there's not one cat, but two.
Oh my God.
So I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I like looking out the window. And speaking of cats, we also have these, I don't even know what they are, the largest cats I have ever seen. They're really scary and they make weird noises. And they just like, there's two cats and they scream at each other in the gardens below.
Yeah, that's when they fight. They make such loud noises and screams and just
yeah.
It's I always hate when that happens.
So I would say more than spying on my neighbors, who I'm honestly, they could do what they want. I'm spying on the cat. We continue at Central Perk, where Chandler is regaling the friends with his amazing date last night. After, Rachel arrives from meeting with Barry and seems to be slipping under his spell again.
I hate Chandler here. Of course, he has the amazing date, blah blah. This goes in the history, in the books, like the greatest date in history, blah blah. And then he doesn't call her.
Yeah.
And like I do understand that you don't have to. There was a different time back then. Like you weren't as available as you are now with the smartphones and stuff. But come on.
And it's also the fact that it's not. I would understand as well, maybe you think like, oh, I don't want to seem too forward and be too quick. But I don't feel like he had intention of doing it ever. No, he was maybe waiting for her or, I don't know. Do you prefer the thing we have now that we are so available, or do you prefer back in the day when we were, when you just had like a landline and that's it? A bit of both. I think there's a charm to both of them. I like being able to, because also I live in a different country to a lot of my friends, so it's great to be able to stay in contact. But I think being overly available can hinder conversation, because then you don't really have those deeper conversations. It's more like, hey, how are you? You know, what are you doing? So I do appreciate, I still like letters and postcards. So I like that kind of thing. So maybe Chandler could really like send her a love letter. A love letter. Oh, that would be so cute. No, he wouldn't do that. That's not like him. No, absolutely not. But, I also agree. I'm never a fan of Chandler. This episode is no different. But he does occasionally say something that I find amusing. That's true. He has some funny quotes also in this episode as well. Yeah. So when he was talking about like getting her machine, when he tried to call, and Joey's like, her answering machine, Chandler's like, no. Interesting enough, her leaf blower picked up. Yeah, I know. Like, that was really funny. But he also kind of mean towards Joey, and later on also I think he also says something mean to Phoebe or something. That sounds like something Chandler would do. Yeah, so they are funny, but if I was the person he was talking to, then I would be like, oh. Yeah, I think I'd have to sit him down at some point and be like, look, I get that this is your personality, but not at my expense. Tone it down. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Well, what did you think about Rachel and Barry? I don't like Barry. We liked him in the last episode a bit more. Barry? That was Marcel. No, I don't know. I mean, like he was looking better. Oh, that's true. He was looking more handsome, but you'll see when this episode continues, he's just a scumbag. Okay. Let's just say that. No, but in this scene, he's fine, and I do like that he's treating Rachel so well. Yeah, like taking her to buy her Chanel perfume. Yeah, and the chicken sounded awful, by the way. The butter squirting chicken. That sounded, to each their own, you know? I was like, that's going to be a big mess, but okay. But I do like Barry in a sense that he treats Rachel well right now. But overall, not really. What's your opinion? Well, I think it makes sense that she wants to get back together with him. You know, I do feel like you can fall back into old patterns.
Oh,
and
for sure.
as she said here, it was so nice to see him again. It was comfortable. It was familiar. It was nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, but I feel like you can also look at that person with rose-colored glasses and just be like, oh, I'm lonely now. Remember all the good times we had together and forget the bad times.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
I think she's definitely going down a dangerous path, and I would appreciate if her friends were like, no, not a good idea.
That's what they also do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she still falls for it, of course.
Well, as we see when we cut forward to Rachel and Barry in the dentist chair.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, well, she was talking about wanting a man to make her toes curl. I have to say, doing it in a dentist chair, that's kind of spicy.
No, but still, later on, they talk about that the first time with Barry doesn't count. And that's not spicy at all. That's not spicy.
That's true.
So, yeah, no, but I just a moment, when Rachel comes back in, and then Ross is all over her, because, of course, they see her with Barry and talking and smiling and blah, blah. And then Ross is all over her and so awkward and so desperate, kind of like, oh my God, no, Barry, no. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Don't just let her be and let her have her own mistakes. I understand that he has a crush on her and all that, but just
know your limits, Ross.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't like that part. Anyways, at the girls' apartment, Chandler finally records his voicemail message for Danielle, and the gang gets increasingly annoyed by their watcher across the way.
So I know we just spent the past 5 minutes like ripping on Chandler and saying that he sucks in this episode. This was the only scene when I kind of felt sorry for him or like less animosity towards him, because I think I wrote here, when he's not being an idiot, he has the potential to be cute. But I think potential is the key word there. Like, you can see he could be nice. He could be a good guy, but he chooses not to. Like in this instance, he spent 2 hours thinking about what he was going to say to her on the phone.
You think that's cute?
Yeah. I mean, he spent 2 hours thinking about what he was going to say.
But I wouldn't per se call that cute.
No?
I do agree that he considers her and he's really thinking about her and what she likes. But at the same time, he's also a lot thinking about himself. With the dishes and thinking like, oh, she needs to think that I'm in a restaurant and stuff.
I'm
cool. So
I have a life.
I was also thinking like, this is kind of selfish in a way. And I didn't see the cute part.
See, this is why it's good to chat it through with you, Christine, because you make me hate Chandler again. So thank you for that.
So good. It was so dorky in my opinion that he was faking it all, and you know, the conversation and ending the conversation and then still making the noises in the dish. How does that make sense in a phone call?
Who knows?
So, no. Don't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
And there's another thing I wanted to discuss, because, of course, in this scene we also come back to the topic of the peeper from across the street. And then Joey says that he catches the peeper looking into their apartment and that he does naked cooking. But there is not even a window in their kitchen. So how is he gonna...
That's a very valid response. I also, friends fact, read that it's not possible in their apartment. Like, they're on the wrong side of the building, and it faces an alleyway or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, this doesn't make sense.
I think Joey secretly wants people to be watching him while he cooks naked. I think that's the secret thing. But yeah. Who knows? I'm like, is there any way? I mean, but hypothetically, he could pick up the pan from the stove and then just wander around and like flip pancakes.
Yeah, maybe. That's, I don't know. But and then I did really like the conversation with Chandler afterwards, because everyone was looking at him like, Chandler is cooking, Joey is cooking naked, and then he says, what are you looking at me for? I didn't know that.
That's impossible.
Yeah, with such a guilty face, and just it's awkward.
Aww.
But yeah, I really like that. So I do hate Chandler again, but I do think he has funny bits here and there.
How the times have changed. I remember back in the day, Christine, you were twirling your hair.
I know, he's still very cute. I thought so in this episode as well. Just looks-wise, personality-wise, not so much.
Not so much.
Nope.
Moving on, at Barry's office, Barry and Rachel decide what to do next. Break it off with Mindy? A trip to Aruba? What do you think?
I think Barry's a bad person. Honestly.
So neither of those options.
No. And I have a friend's fact for you.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this is kind of for later, because the thing is that Barry keeps mentioning Aruba. Keeps mentioning. And apparently in the DVD uncut version, Rachel gets mad at the later scene. And she says, "Why do you keep mentioning Aruba? Do you have a deal with them or something?"
Does he?
No, I don't think so. But I thought that was a very funny bit that I read online. I haven't seen it, but that's I think a good comment, because he keeps mentioning Aruba. Aruba.
It's plausible though, because hypothetically he went there on his supposed to be honeymoon.
Yeah.
Well, I'll change my mind in a minute, but like hypothetically, if you're the owner of the resort and you see this sad person come in and you know his entire wedding got ruined, maybe you would want to be like, hey, I'll throw in a free week for you, you know, come back when you're feeling happier. But now I remember he went there with Mindy, so,
so
he was not sad and lonely.
They were pretty happy, I think. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but that was a very funny bit. And another thing I noticed is the very ugly wall color.
Okay.
Why does an orthodontist have green walls?
Why not?
I guess that's the whole style of the series, of course. They have weird colored walls, but just not fitting. Make it pink or something. I know.
That's what you want in an orthodontist?
No, yeah, no, just white would be better.
Yeah, that's fair. That gives, you know, you want the walls to be as white as your teeth, I guess.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That would be
Maybe
great.
it's a good color, because you know orthodontists have to take the before and after pictures.
Oh, so
maybe it's a good background to focus on your face and teeth.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did like in this scene that when they were searching for Rachel's bra, did you notice that Barry mimed the action? And he was like, okay, I took it off and then I threw it, and then he looks behind and that's where it is. So
yeah, such little things that make it so much better.
Yeah, I wonder whether that was the actor's decision or whether, you know, the director was like, hey, I want you to do it like this, or the writers.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Maybe.
Clever. Get Jenny on the phone.
Yeah.
I think every time we're just going to have to get more colloquial with her. Soon it'll be like, Jenny, you know.
Jenny. Come to the phone, Jenny.
Jen A.
Jen A. Oh, I thought you said Jenny.
You can call her that. She'll never phone back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but yeah. We'll have to ask her many things.
Oh yeah, the list is growing ever longer. So let's hope she gets in touch. Or we could also bring Bobby on, because I loved that they brought Bobby back for the scene.
Yeah,
so do you remember? I believe it was in the one with the sonogram at the end, which was the first episode.
No, the first one was where Monica gets a roommate.
Yeah. So maybe the second one, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Ross has to go to the sonogram thing, and Rachel has to give back the ring to Barry.
And Bobby
and the kid is there, yeah. And
he
makes I think we mentioned that it there as well. He makes the funniest faces in that episode. In this episode, it wasn't that bad. He was just acting normal. But yeah, I did love that he was back once again.
Yes, good job, guys.
So back at the apartment, Chandler gets more stressed over Danielle not calling him back, and Rachel tries to justify sleeping with Barry again.
Again, I'm kind of like poor Chandler. A little bit.
Yeah, he is very obsessed.
Yeah, maybe too much. Maybe that's a red flag.
Yeah. That's definitely a red flag if someone is so obsessed with you that you are hanging by the phone constantly.
And he doesn't even like her that much. But anyway, you know, in this, I have something that I noticed. It was not a friend's fact. It was a Kira fact. I noticed it of my own free will.
Okay, tell me.
So he brings his phone from his apartment. Mm-hmm. The girls have their phone. And then there's also an additional phone by the window, a purple phone, which I would definitely be using as my phone.
That's weird. Yeah, purple is one of my favorite colors. But I've never seen it before. Maybe Phoebe brought her.
I think it was a phone. Yeah, maybe Phoebe brought it.
It would be a color for her.
That would also... Could you do that?
I don't think it... I think you have to stay close to the base of it, right?
Yeah, but could I bring the whole thing? Does it still work?
I don't know.
If I bring my landline to your apartment, is it still my landline or does it become your landline?
I think it becomes my landline.
Oh, well, then
I don't
you can't
even have
it,
a landline,
Christine.
but...
I feel like, okay. Did you ever watch those programs and they would have like a burger phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a football phone.
I love that.
What kind of novelty phone is Christine?
A witch's hat?
Yeah?
I don't know how that will work.
I'm just imagining you like,
The
you
whole,
take it off the base and then you have
yeah.
this cone attached to your ear.
Maybe. Or, a wand also doesn't really, that's really thin. So you can like hold
that
it a little
doesn't
stick.
sound like it would be very good for the quality.
I don't think so. So I don't know. What would you choose?
Well, now I'm also thinking about like what things do I love, and number one is puppies. But I don't really want to disconnect a puppy from itself, you know. So then maybe we can do like
A
more
paw.
metaphorical,
A puppy paw.
or it could be ew,
No?
or like a hot dog, and then it's
Ooh.
like it's still dog themed, but then I'm also vegetarian, so.
But then the dog in the bun is still a dog, and you pick up the whole dog.
Or now I'm thinking, I maybe I'm imagining this, but like I feel like you see ones where it's an animal and they're holding the phone.
That's
So it's
also
a regular
cute.
phone,
Yeah.
but then the
And they're
animal
laying
is the
on
stand.
their back, and they have the phone on their tummy, like, here you go, the phone. That would be cute.
Here you go. I love it. I love it. I also love Phoebe. That was a good segue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you love her?
Well, because in this scene when Rachel reveals that she had sex in Barry's chair,
Yeah.
and then Monica screams it across the apartment.
Of course.
And Ross is like, you had what? You know, incredulous, clearly. And Phoebe's
yeah.
like, sex in his chair.
I know. She's so innocent.
Yeah.
I do really love that. But if we're going to circle back to the phone, Chandler, of course, now again calls Danielle. And she picks up so fast. Like the moment he presses the phone to his cheek, she answers, and then of course he immediately closes it and ends the call. But she must have been waiting at the phone as well.
Wow.
Maybe.
So maybe they're both equally weird.
I guess they would be a perfect match, but
Well,
okay. I don't know.
oh, yeah, well, you do say that that's shocking, but then when the phone rings, Chandler launches himself at it.
Yeah.
So he would
yeah.
also have picked it up in a millisecond.
Yeah, so they're both
They're
equally
both
obsessed.
psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did really like how he jumped across the couch like, oh my God.
I took a screenshot at the exact right
Yeah?
moment. I'm going to share it with you, Christine.
Oh, I love it.
It's iconic. It's just Chandler flying through the air.
Yeah, I love it. That's
Yeah.
so cool. I cannot take screenshots on my
Well,
streaming
with my
platform.
phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's still good.
But then, of course, we find out that it's Mindy calling.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
And Rachel agrees to meet with her. I mean, that's a curious choice. This is a reminder. Your former best friend who stole your ex-fiance.
Yeah. Well, I do think Rachel's very innocent, but at the same time, she's also with meeting her. She's trying to get Mindy off the scent of the betrayal. Of course, maybe.
Which may or may not work, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, but the panic was really funny, and the way she walks around the table and everyone is lifting their
Yeah.
feet, trying to get her through the circle. You know,
Yeah.
that was really funny. But I wouldn't know. I would be really panicked if I was cheating, and then I would never do that. Let's be honest. But if I was cheating and then the person's partner I was cheating with calls me, I would be like, oh my God.
I think you'd just you'd feel like they can hear it in my voice. They
Yeah.
must know. This
Yeah.
must be some kind of secret plot that they can get me and kill me, you know?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. So, but I did think that it was a very good save when later she calls Barry, of course.
Oh, I thought
in a panic.
this was peak Jennifer Aniston acting. I
Yeah.
thought that this was very well done.
I think so. Yeah, I think so too. And just her save of like Barry. No, Barry, Mindy. Oh, I thought you were there with
Yeah,
Barry.
of course you'd be
of
at Barry's.
course.
You're his fiancé.
Yeah, it was such a good save.
It was
And,
but I think she just has a really good way of saying some things. And when she was like, Mindy, you know, it's just like,
Yeah.
that's the Jennifer Aniston voice that I tried to do it there, but you can never encapsulate it there. And yeah, she just does it really well.
yeah,
in
she does
some
it really
scenes.
well. She's a great actor. Yeah.
So back in the episode, Rachel prepares to meet with Mindy and Chandler finally plucks up the courage to just call Danielle.
First things first. There is one thing I noticed here, and maybe it has been there before, I remember it wrong, but all of a sudden the kitchen window has a view. Because it used to, at least in my memory, it used to be like a courtyard where you could see the but that also doesn't make sense. But in my memory, it was that you could see the windows of the other apartment.
Okay. And what is it now?
It's now, just roofs of other buildings. And I was like, huh?
But I think this is one of the things that they kind of can do as they please in sitcoms, because at least back in the day, and nowadays we binge watch, and maybe you would be more aware of like, hey, I literally watched this one 20 minutes ago. This is different. And especially with us, we record this podcast every couple of weeks, and then by the time we watch the next episode, you're not going to remember exactly what's out the window. So,
yeah, that's true. So maybe that was just the same with the numbers, the apartment numbers.
You wouldn't notice unless you're us and you have your eagle eye. Mm-hmm. I'm curious though, maybe because we talk a lot about the things that we notice in the episode, and I'm sure we're missing things, or maybe there's things that the listeners at home think are interesting or that weren't there before. So folks, if you're listening, is there anything that maybe Christine and I need to look out for, or you recognize from one episode and you're like, oh, I like that thing? Let us know. You can get in touch with us on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
through our email, which is FOFPodOfficial@gmail.com.
Well, I'm glad you noticed something maybe new, Christine, because I also noticed something maybe new.
Okay.
And it's new photos on the fridge.
Oh, I saw those too.
Yay!
It was someone with a kid on his neck.
On his shoulders,
on his shoulders. And another one with a kid and the person.
I don't know about the other one with the kid. I definitely saw the first one. And then the second one I noticed was some legs.
Yeah. And the kid was sitting on the floor.
Oh, was there a kid?
I think
I thought it was just a pair of jeans.
Oh, I thought there was a kid there too, but I might remember it wrong. But I saw those too. I do like it when they switch the pictures.
Yeah, it also makes it I don't know. I don't change the artwork in my apartment very often, but it makes it feel a little bit less like a set. If you feel like, oh, she's got a new photo, of course she's going to put that up on the fridge.
It feels like they're still living their lives even when we're not watching.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah. And I did really love, of course, Rachel comes in this episode, and she was wearing a very fun velvety blue, dark blue top with the buttons. I really like that.
And a matching hair clip.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, man. I love her outfits. It's always good.
Okay,
always
so
fun.
you're my competition for stealing Rachel's wardrobe then.
Yeah.
What did we say we were going to fight to the death about at the beginning?
Mr. Salty, Mr. Peanut.
Oh, great. Yeah. So let's do it. And the winner gets Rachel's wardrobe.
Okay. No, maybe I want Phoebe's as well.
Take it.
Yeah. Then I don't need Rachel's anymore. Doesn't work like that.
How convenient. So I know we were... Well, you know what? I don't feel like all the hatred needs to be directed at Chandler this episode, because Joey, also gross. And personally, that would put my score for this episode down, because multiple times in this episode he just made me feel a bit icky.
Why?
Rachel was talking about her relationship and her friendship with Mindy, and then she very innocently said she taught me how to kiss at summer camp, presumably when they were like young teens or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. And then Joey's like, oh, now when she taught you how to kiss, were you wearing any kind of uniform? And I'm like, Joey, they were probably teenagers or children or whatever.
That's wrong.
That's gross.
Very.
So not a fan of Joey either.
No, but I do like it. Of course, when I like the banter between the gang, and then we of course have Monica, who's kind of bullying Chandler. She mimics the phone like it's going off, and then he goes for it.
Aww.
And then he looks very mean at Monica and says, hell is filled with people like you.
And that's a bit much.
A little bit, yeah. But then the smug look on Monica's face is hilarious.
Yeah.
She really enjoyed that.
She deserved that win.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, eventually Chandler calls to Danielle. And then why is he sitting on the back of the chair?
I have no idea.
Why would you do that's, first of all, that's dangerous.
And disgusting. Don't put your shoes on the chair.
Yeah, that was my second point, actually. Second point is disgusting. It's Monica's chair. Get your feet off the chair.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve Danielle.
But then I am coming back to the fact that I said that Danielle might be as obsessed with Chandler as vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would she then, if she was obsessed with him as well, why would she then say, I'm on the other line, she's gonna call Chandler back? I don't know. I I also get the feeling that Danielle's not very interested.
Oh, you don't think she was on the other line?
I don't know. But they have been trying. She has been trying. He has called her. He has left a message. And she has, I guess, tried to call him back.
Yeah.
But as we learn later, she has the wrong number.
They're just not meant to be.
But yeah, so then Chandler calls again, and then she says, "Oh, I'm on the other line." Instead, she could have said, "Oh, I wrote down your number wrong. Could you please give me the right number?" Because we learn later that she has the wrong number.
But then there's no conflict.
No conflict. I guess so, but that didn't make sense. So maybe I'm coming back to my obsession thing.
To your obsession. Great.
No.
With the neighbors across the way.
No. But that she was obsessed, and maybe she is not. She's maybe just not interested.
She's over it now.
I guess. I don't know. We'll never know. Anyways, at Central Perk, Mindy arrives to ask Rachel an important question, only for them both to find out that Barry has been up to no good.
So I have a question, Christine. When you saw Mindy for the first time, did you recognize her?
Yeah.
You did?
Dirty Dancing.
You recognized her.
This scene was the moment I recognized her because she has the same nose. And that's when I Googled and learned that she is the actress that plays Baby in Dirty Dancing.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Why?
She doesn't have the same nose.
She doesn't?
No, that's the whole point. Friends fact. So this is, of course, Jennifer Grey, who played Baby in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize her when she walked in because she has a different nose. So it's this whole thing. After Dirty Dancing, Jennifer Grey got a nose job that made her unrecognizable and damaged her career. And after that, she didn't get the same roles because people didn't know who she was. And that was like a defining feature.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting that you're like, I recognized her nose, because there's no way you should have been able to.
I don't know how but it had the same, because in Dirty Dancing, she has a very, I don't know, a sloped nose, kind of. I don't know how to call it. And I thought I saw that in this scene as well.
Wow.
Maybe it's just the way her head turns or something. I don't know. I just recognized her here as Baby, and at the beginning I had no idea, but here she was very clear to me, Baby.
Well, I think after this episode, maybe you need to get on Google Images and have a look at the before and after.
Yeah, a reference pic. Yeah.
But an extra interesting fact about the fact that Mindy is played by Jennifer Grey is that in a previous episode, Rachel tells Mindy that she hopes any of her future children have Mindy's old nose.
Oh, and it's a reference to the actual... I wonder if she liked that comment.
I don't think it had anything to do with it, because I would assume that Jennifer Grey was not cast as Mindy, because this was, again, in the one with the sonogram at the end, which was filmed way before.
Yeah.
So probably they didn't even know who Mindy was going to be, and it was just like a funny comment for Rachel to make. Yeah,
that's so fun, actually. That's really such a coincidence. But I do want to say that I don't like Mindy here.
Aww.
Because of you do like her?
Well, I like elements about her.
She just says here that she has cheated on Barry while he was engaged to Rachel in such a light way, like, oh my god, while you were engaged to Barry, he and I had a thing going on, or I'm not sure exactly what she says, but she says it so lightly, like, oh my god, hee, my bad, hee. No. Well,
I think we also have to remember that maybe Rachel isn't the nicest girl, or historically hasn't been. So for me, it was less that like, oh, I don't like this character, and more like, oh, I can see why they would be friends. She seems like a good fit as a friend for Rachel, because even before we have this whole thing about them cheating together while Barry was engaged to Rachel, you know, she's saying like, oh, Rachel, you're my oldest friend in the world except for Laurie Schaefer, who I don't talk to because she's bitter now that she lost all the weight and it turns out she doesn't have a pretty face. Like, that is the kind of thing that we know former Rachel would definitely have said.
That's true. And I really loved the way she told that story in the very thick New York accent.
Loved her accent as well.
Amazing. That's the thing that I did like, and I do see what you said, that they were friends in the past. Yeah,
makes sense to me. Yeah. Although I still find it weird that like she would ask Rachel to be the maid of honor.
Yeah, well, it is a very sensitive topic, because that was her ex.
Yeah.
And then you're asked, but I also kind of understand if she gave you her blessing, and then
You would feel better about the wedding as a whole.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. But then of course the last contact they had was Rachel saying to Minnie that she hoped the
Your
kids would
children
have.
have your old nose.
Yeah, so it's not it comes definitely out of the blue. Her
Yeah.
asking Rachel to be the maid of honor.
Well, Rachel's her oldest friend in the world, except Laurie Schaefer.
Yeah, so maybe that's also it.
Yeah, but I liked the little elements, both of Mindy and Rachel in this scene. So when it is revealed that Mindy thinks that Barry is having an affair and that he comes home smelling of Chanel,
Yeah.
did you notice like Rachel
Yeah, of
leans
course.
back?
Like getting the scent
Like,
out of
oh, you poor thing. Yeah.
the... Yeah, that was
Very
really
clever.
funny. Very
But
clever.
it's sad for them both to discover how bad Barry is.
Yeah.
I see now why the episode is called the one with the evil orthodontist.
Oh, I didn't even make the connection. But of
Really?
course, yeah, the evil orthodontist. Yeah, of course.
But it made me happy that at the end they seem to be friends again.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
know, screw Barry, bring back your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the episode, at the apartment, Joey comes back with the news he's got the Peeping Tom's name. However, turns out the Peeping Tom is more of a Peeping Tina.
Ooh, but I do get Sydney is a very gender neutral name. But yeah, it turns out to be a female. I was surprised, and somehow she managed to what's the word? I'm
Woo?
trying to woo her.
Yeah.
To woo all the friends.
To who?
Yeah, I couldn't come up with the word. I was like swoo, woo. I don't know. Anyways,
All of them.
she was she was very good at wooing.
Well, I don't think it takes a lot to woo Joey, let's be honest.
No, let's be honest. Just say something about his muscles.
Yeah.
And, he's
I
all-
loved how his voice changed, though, between being angry at Sydney and then
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'll tell you about my muscles and my workout routine.
I know, but he was very strict in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna talk to you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, he would be a great parent, I think. But then, of
You
course,
love saying that.
Yeah, I do. Could you be my baby daddy? No.
Whoa!
No, let's cut that out.
No, that's staying in.
But no, I really liked how firm he was. But then, of course, he gets swayed by Sydney super fast. But yeah, that was funny.
Well, we really should be discussing a much more important thing about this scene.
Monica sandwich.
I don't know what that means.
Oh. I saw
No,
Monica
you know what?
sandwich.
You start.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were going to say Monica sandwich because we love to talk about food.
Okay.
And Monica sandwich looked delicious.
What was it?
Just a white bread sandwich with crisps. I loved it. It's like, yum, give it to me.
Just 2 pieces of white bread.
Yeah, but
and some crisps.
with bunch of toppings like salad and tomatoes and meat probably.
I paid no attention to the
Oh,
sandwich. I'm so
yeah.
sorry, Christine. I was too busy staring at the closet.
It was open.
It was open.
Once again.
Yeah, okay. It's not supposed to be open. My fact said this is the only time in the entire series. But yes, the closet is open. So we have
Yeah.
revealed the secret of the closet.
You've said this before.
Yeah, I have, but it was
Yeah.
one time. And I thought that was the only time the closet
Yeah,
was
no.
going to be open.
No.
Alas. And then final thing about this scene, Ross and Phoebe doing crosswords, cute.
Yeah, I did really like, of course, again, with Chandler, ring, damn it, ring. No, I'm starting it wrong. I'm so sorry. Ross says 4 letters, circle or hoop. And then Chandler says, ring, damn it, ring. Talking to his phone, of course. And then is, of course, the answer to the crossword thing.
And just as redeter should have been the 5-letter answer to heating device.
Yeah.
The internet tells me it's probably stove.
Yeah,
Just
true.
in case you're
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah, that might be the best option there, yeah. So, all fired up, Rachel and Mindy storm Barry's office to break up with him, or maybe not.
Ooh. Well, this was, I appreciate the storming the office. I don't appreciate Rachel throwing her coat on the floor.
No, I was thinking the same thing. Mindy throws it on the chair.
Yeah, that
and
makes
And
sense.
she is just like flop on the floor.
Yeah. You're going to have to pick that up, Rachel. Who knows how often they vacuum the floor?
Yeah, and just no.
There could be like
spit
little pieces
and-
of teeth.
Oh, yikes. That's even worse. No.
I would have left it out at the reception if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. No, yeah, same. It's also like taking a jacket off is such a non-power move.
Yeah? Were they
Oh,
wearing
well.
it? I think they just walked in with the jackets in their hands, no?
Maybe. But it's also a thing like if you're getting ready to fight, you're gonna take your jewelry out and your jacket
that's
off.
true. Yeah, then she should have taken her matching hair clip out. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And used it as a weapon.
Oh, but yeah, this scene is where I really, really hate Barry.
I think that's the point.
Oh yeah, of course. Because he is like apologizing, and you're the only one. It's because I love you so much. And
Which one of us are you talking to?
Yeah, exactly. And then of course he points it towards Mindy because he knows she's the weak link.
Hmm.
Oh, and she's so stupid for falling for it. I really hate that.
Well, I think there's some people will reach a limit and they're like, okay, this is probably, unfortunately, the best that I can do. And I
No.
feel like Mindy has reached that.
Poor Mindy.
But she says, look, I know he's not perfect, but the truth is, at the end of the day, I still really want to be Mrs. Dr. Barry Farber, DDS. So I think she has different priorities. She probably doesn't care that he's going to go and sleep with other people. She just
Yeah.
wants the status, the money, the lifestyle that Barry can provide her.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's definitely true. I guess that might be it. Yeah. And then another thing, when Barry leaves the office and he leaves the door open, and then Rachel says, "We'll be here, hating you." Amazing. I love that. She was really, really readied up.
Oh, yeah.
And
She
mad.
was like, if you want to make some punches, you
Yeah.
know, I thought that was cute.
That was very funny.
And nice that she was there to, like, stick it to Barry with Mindy, like both of them together.
Yeah. She was very confrontational, both coming in. He didn't expect it. And then, the whole thing happening. It was very well thought out.
But I will say I would absolutely not in a million years be maid of honor after this. Because, like, okay, fair enough. Before you thought Barry was okay.
Yeah, just to support
and you
her
liked
as well.
Mindy, but now
Yeah.
Barry is the worst. And so even
Yeah.
if I wanted to support Mindy, I would not attend Barry's wedding.
No, exactly. I would hate Barry so much that I would just not do it.
Yeah.
He's such an awful tiny little orthodontist. I still cannot say that word, but okay.
Well, back to me hating Joey as well, because of course this scene ends with Rachel telling Monica how everything went down, and Joey walks in while they're hugging and is like, "All right," or something
Yeah.
disgusting like that. I'm like, grow up.
Yeah, I know. It keeps happening. But yeah, that was back in the 90s. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, anyway, today's episode ends with everyone in Central Park and Danielle dropping by to see if Chandler is okay.
And in this scene, I think Danielle is very cute. She
Yeah.
looks cute. I love her hair, outfit cute. She seems like a very cute lady, but no match for Chandler, I think.
No, well, I think we can all agree that Chandler is just a jerk.
Yeah, he is.
He's a jerk, yeah, in general, but particularly in this final scene, even when he was saying to Danielle, like, I'll call you or you call me, whatever, like,
And
decide.
just lie, but also lying. Like, he makes her think that they're gonna have contact again and gonna go on a second date, and then he says to the gang, "Oh no second date." That's just
Yeah.
mean.
The whole thing about her coming down here is to see if I was okay. I mean, how needy is that?
Yeah, but just
look
be
who's
straight.
talking.
I know exactly that, first of all, but just be straight with the person. If you don't like them, say it.
Yeah.
I hate it when people are like, "Oh yeah, no, I was sick and I couldn't
Yeah,
reply." and
that's
just,
the Dutchness in you coming out.
Yeah, but I'm like, just tell me. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll let Chandler know.
Yeah.
Well, even if Chandler and Danielle didn't work out, I'm seeing more signs of a potential Ross and Rachel romance. They were all cozy on the couch in this scene.
I don't remember. They were sitting in a chair,
Yeah,
and she was sitting, and he was on the edge.
something like that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cozy.
it is. There are
Very cozy.
signs that it's happening. I'm wondering. We are almost at the end of
Of season 1. Yeah.
and then something magical will happen.
Ooh.
I cannot wait.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, they're so fun. And overall, I actually did like this episode. I don't think it deserved the 7.7. But I again, like I always do, well, since the last couple of episodes, I try to find the 3 storylines. And of course, here is no, not Monica, Rachel and Barry, and Chandler and Danielle, and nothing.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about this episode?
Well, yeah, again, I thought it was okay. There were some good moments in it, but I will say I thought it was a little bit boring. Like, nothing really happened, particularly in the Chandler storyline. Like, fair enough, Rachel, Mindy, Barry, I was interested by that storyline. But Chandler staring at the phone for most of the episode,
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, this is going on a bit too long. And I understand that they can't throw like 100 different storylines at us and go all over the place. But yeah, I didn't like Joey in this episode. I didn't like Chandler. I didn't like Barry.
No.
I liked Bobby. And, you know,
Bobby.
the extra people. I liked Rachel and Mindy. And I'm very curious to see whether we will meet Barry and Mindy again, because this could potentially be the last of them. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But I did also notice that some friends in the gang didn't get as much screen time in this episode. I didn't know
Phoebe.
that. Yeah, and also Joey a little less.
Ross as well?
Yeah, Ross maybe also. Monica.
Well, yeah,
decent.
this was quite a Rachel and Chandler heavy episode.
Yeah. But I never noticed that so clearly before, and this was the first episode where I really noticed the differences in screen time and in words spoken.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I guess that's the thing we also discussed, where in the beginning, Monica, Rachel, and Ross were the main characters, I think, and the others were like add-ons, side characters. But yeah, I like it when everyone is equal and happy and talking.
And when they spend more time together, like this one was Rachel and Barry and Mindy were in a separate place for most of the episode.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, overall, a fun episode.
Good.
And that brings us to the end of this episode. I had a fun time, even though it was a 7.7. We hope our listeners enjoyed it as much as we did, of course.
Well, I always enjoy spending time with you, Christine, so thank you for joining me. And I hope everyone will tune in next time, where we'll be chatting about Season 1, Episode 21, the one with the fake Monica.
I love this one.
Ooh.
I really do. I love this one. It's so fun.
It's a great title, because honestly, I have no idea what it could be about.
I knew right away, but it's really fun and lots of stuff happening. You will like it, I think.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, good. I look forward to a 10 stars IMDb rating.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you listeners are enjoying the podcast, don't forget to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. And of course, leaving a rating or review, it really helps us out and helps others find the show too.
And like we said before, if you saw things that we didn't see, or just want to send us a message, you can find us on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial, or you can send us an email through our email, which is FOFPodOfficial@gmail.com.
Yeah, now Christine is upping the stakes with her If My Week Were an Episode of Friends. I mean, I think you guys could chip in as well. Like, let's hear what you've been up to. Let us know any interesting facts. And of course, you can always respond to the questions that we ask at the beginning of the episodes too. Any fun stories you might like to share.
We'd love to know. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will catch you in the next episode.
Undtil then, take care, and I'll just say, Barry, get out of here. See you next time. Bye.
I said it wrong.